Friendo, Steve here.
Larson.
And it's time once again for us to react to those other guys. The Wrestling Observer newsletter. Dave Meltzer, of course, his star ratings for AEW Dynasty. And of course, the way we react to these things is one of us has to guess what the star rating is. And that person that's going to guess is this guy.
Steve,
I'm in the hot seat.
You're in the hot seat today.
The big switcheroo has happened because we've had two AEW pay-per-views back-to-back. The last one was Revolution. And then, of course, that was you. This is me. So now you're in the WWE hot seat.
But do I get all of WrestleMania? Do I get all?
We got to talk about that. Is it going to be 1 and 2 and then another switcheroo happens?
Could be.
I don't know.
Could be. Anyways, we're talking about AEW Dynasty today.
Dynasty.
As Steve mentioned, he's in the hot seat. We only watched the main card, so that's what we'll be talking about today.
True.
Are you ready?
I am ready with one caveat, Larson. I accidentally had one of the matches spoiled. So you are in the hot seat when it comes to guessing which one of these I'm going to intentionally get wrong.
It's one of two, really. One of two. Could be this first one.
All right.
Will Ospreay defeated Kevin Knight in almost 14 minutes to advance to the semifinals of the Owen Hart tournament. That's what Dave had to say. So I took stuff from the write-up before the star ratings and put it all together. So
Thank you.
And I tried to keep the description to a minimum.
Oh, good.
This is what Dave had to say. Kevin Knight wasn't perfect with Ospreay, but in the end, they had a pretty much incredible match. Ospreay did everything to make Knight look good, and it was easily the best singles match I've seen him in. Ospreay, let's go to the finish. Ospreay went for a Styles Clash, and Knight turned it into a great Hurricane Rana. So impressive, it got a standing ovation. Ospreay went for the Oscutter, but Knight hit him with a drop kick and the UFO splash for a near fall. Knight kicked out of a Styles Clash and 2 Oscutters before winning via Hidden Blade. The two shook hands after the match. What did Dave give this bout?
The first bit was a kinda incredible match?
Kevin Knight wasn't perfect with Ospreay, but in the end, they had a pretty much incredible match.
Pretty much. What does pretty much incredible mean? It's pretty much incredible. That doesn't sound...
It sounds like it's on the verge of being incredible.
It's pretty much incredible. What a weird confluence of adjectives.
Well, as we know, Dave just writes and doesn't go back and edit his writing.
All
we'll
right.
see that again later.
Pretty much incredible. I mean, you gotta think that's pretty much incredible. It's got to be at least 4. I'm gonna say 4 1/4.
Oh, you're so close, Steve.
Was it 4?
It's 4.5. So
Why
I guess
did he
incredible
downplay
it? Incredible is almost 5 stars. If we're gonna learn anything from this, incredible is approaching 5 stars.
All right, fair enough.
Next
Bitch.
Hurt Syndicate defeated Big Bill and Brian Keith in about 10.5 minutes to retain the AEW tag titles. Dave said the following: Hurt Syndicate sold enough for Big Bill, but did they give nothing to Brian Keith? Although it was as good as it was going to be. The crowd was loud with "We hurt people" chants. Bill and Keith worked as the baby faces. They sold for Bill's hot tag, including a boss man slam on Benjamin. Bill was running wild when MJF, sitting in the front row, hit him with the ring. The cameras pretty much missed the shot the first time. Fans all cheered MJF hitting him. Benjamin hit a German suplex on Keith. Lashley speared Keith, and Benjamin pinned him. It was fine.
Nothing about this match is in Meltzer's territory. This match doesn't tick any box except maybe the fact that the crowd was chanting "We hurt people," but then they sort of do that regardless when the Hurt Syndicate's out there.
Yeah.
Sounds like Dave wasn't really big into this match. I'm gonna say he went 2 3/4.
Again, what you got a case of the Larson. You're a 1/4 star off again. 2.5 stars.
2.5. Okay. All right. Match
Next.
happened plus.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna have hell of a time. I feel like I'm on the road to donut right now. You're gonna have hell of a time figuring out which one of these I intentionally got wrong.
What'd you say in the first one? 4 stars? 4 1/4?
I said 4 1/4 for that one.
All right. Next
I
up,
gave it 4 stars.
yeah, I gave it 3 3/4. Next, apparently a match I'm the only one that liked. Mercedes Moné defeated Julia Hart in Owen Hart tournament action. That's what Dave had to say. There's a little hint for you. Dave gave this a lower score than I did. Moné slipped off the ropes early and the crowd started booing her. She recovered quickly and the match was fine, but never got more than that. Moné did 2 backstabbers and a crucifix bomb, but this felt very mechanical. The crowd was way into this.
Okay.
There were a series of cradle near falls before Moné won. They showed Athena watching. As most figure, Athena beats Harley Cameron to set up Moné versus Athena in the semis. What did Dave give this match?
If I'm not mistaken, you gave it 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought the last third of it was really, really good. Crowd was super into it. You gave it like 3 1/4, right?
Yeah, I gave it 3 1/4. I gave it 3 1/4. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna say he split us. I'm gonna say he went. No, I'm gonna say Koch was the line 3 1/4.
He gave it 2.5 stars.
He didn't just give it lower than you. He went significantly lower than me.
Significantly.
Wow. Okay. All right. I see what's happening.
All right, 0
now.
for 3 so far, Steve.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Next, trios title match. Yeah, Death Riders. Retaining against Rated FTR, about 15 minutes. Dave said this: the trios match was exactly what it should have been, and maybe better. Oh. The crowd was singing Copeland's entrance song long after it stopped playing. They worked on Copeland early. They traded big moves. The
big
crowd
moves.
Don't make me laugh today, okay? Come on.
Big moves.
The crowd really hated Yuta, who was from Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Copeland went to spear Yuta, who moved and nearly hit Harwood but held up. Yuta then knocked Copeland into Harwood, and they bonked heads. Yuta used the knee plus on Harwood and pinned him. What did Dave give this match?
Could you repeat the first sentence, please?
This trios title match was exactly what it should have been, and maybe better.
Maybe better. Maybe better tells me he went, golly, man, every single one of these I'm between 2 scores, and except for that last one, I'm like always off by 1 or by a quarter. Exactly what it should have been, and maybe better to me says that it's a.
Well, before you answer, what do you think it should have been on paper?
I think when he says it should have been something, it should have been 4 stars.
All right.
And I think if it was maybe better, it'd be 4 1/4 stars.
Is that your response?
Oh, thank God. I'm on the board.
No, you're not. 4.5.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? That's messed up, dude. I'm already sitting at a 0 and you say, is that my answer? That's what you always do when I get it right.
I didn't know if it was definitive.
You know what? Don't bring your sick misery over to this side of the screen.
I was confirming that was your actual answer.
God, I hate you. Just let's get this done.
No, I wasn't trying to mess with you at all there.
No, too late. Too late now.
You're on tilt and you're blaming it on me now.
Well, you're definitely right about the first part. Definitely on tilt. All right,
here we go. Toni Storm defeated Megan Bayne to retain the AEW Women's title, about 15.5 minutes. Dave said the following: they had a video of Storm spoofing Rocky. One, as they were in Philadelphia, she wore trunks like Rocky Balboa did in one of the movies, and Luther dressed up as Mickey.
It was the first movie.
This was absolutely not the time to beat Storm, especially with Storm versus Moné as a top women's match possible right now, but they did a good job of protecting her, and she did come off like she could end up as a major star in the not-too-distant future, of course, referring to Megan Bayne. That's all you get. Everything else is description.
Wow. Man. Wow. Okay. Nothing else here. Boy, I really enjoyed this match. I gave this match 4.5. But me and Dave, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I don't think our Kochers are really aligned. I'll say he went 4. I'll say 4 stars.
You sticking with that one?
I honestly hate you more than anybody.
You're on the board. 4 stars is correct.
No, I don't even get any joy out of it because you're fucking with my head right now, and I hate you so much. I say that one tongue in cheek, man.
Come on, let's get a streak going here, Steve. What do you say?
Oh, shut up. You know what? I root for you.
I am rooting for you.
You're being condescending right now.
No. I don't have it in me to be condescending. I'm sick.
Oh, get out. Oh, don't elicit sympathy now.
Look at me.
What is that? Don't look. Ew. Oh, you're a mess.
All right, next, Kyle Fletcher defeated Mark Briscoe.
Oh, man. If this shit didn't get 5 stars, then he's smoking crack.
All right. This is what Dave had to say. Is that do you want to say 5 stars right now?
Nah, man. Let's hear what the dude had to say.
He says, Fletcher has really got the aura and carrying himself as a star down. Somehow they managed to exceed their last 2 television matches, and Briscoe has got to be the most underrated wrestler in the business today. Briscoe did a leap off the top rope to the floor with an elbow. He went for another froggy bow off the top, and Fletcher got his feet up. Fletcher won with a running kick and a brainbuster on the top turnbuckle. So he says somehow they managed to exceed their last 2 television matches.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. He stopped short of calling it kind of incredible. I'm going to say he went 4.5.
4 3/4. Almost 5 stars.
Fuck. I was going to say that.
Almost 5 stars.
Ah, boy.
So close.
Yeah.
Really do have a case. You're sick with the case of the Larsons today when it comes to guessing the star ratings, Steve.
I know. What the heck? Dude, wait a second.
What?
Today was the big switcheroo. Did I bring the switcheroo over with your performance?
Oh, that means I'm going to be money going forward. Heck yeah.
You got the WWE coming up. And I've been pretty good on those lately. So dang, man, you got the Steves.
Maybe. It remains to be seen.
Come on, you know what I need? You know what I need right now, man? I need some big moves, Larson.
Well, you get a Chris Jericho match. Next up, Chris Jericho losing to Bandito, lose the Ring of Honor title. Dave said this, Bandito did impressive stuff early, starting with the tope, running flip, dive, a tornado crossbody, and then picked Jericho up for a suplex. He then held him with one arm and led the crowd to count with the other. Jericho hit Bandito in the shoulder with a baseball bat and got the 3 count at 15:43. The whole building was stunned at this point, as I don't think people believed Bandito would unmask, and they were right. Bandito's mother and sister came out to tell Edwards that Jericho used the bat. They show Edwards where the bat was. Bryce Remsburg confirmed Jericho used the bat and restarted the match. Jericho was yelling at Bandito's mother and sister, and the sister slapped him. Bandito did another GTH and the 21-plex for the pin.
Boy, I'm surprised he didn't give any editorializing on that finish.
So this is predominantly from the star rating write-up.
Yeah.
Even earlier on, he was more or less putting over Bandito's performance.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's good to know. I'll say he gave this, boy, this is a tough one. I gave it 3 stars, and I thought that was a good rating. But he likes Bandito. He didn't seem to have a problem with the finish. I'll say he went, I'm going to regret this. I'll say he went 4 stars.
4 stars, you say?
Yeah.
3 1/4.
What? I don't feel bad about that one. I was not going to come close to do that one. Okay. Jesus. Boy.
Next match. Come on,
this is
Steve.
supposed to be AEW is supposed to be my bread and butter because it's like everything's above a certain amount. But this pay-per-view is more like an old school WWE one where there's like all sorts of shit going on.
Yeah, so it's kind of all over the place, ain't it? Next up, Adam Cole, baby. Defeated Daniel Garcia to win the TNT title. That's what he had to say. Cole and Garcia had difficulty getting the crowd after Jericho and Bandito, and it wasn't because there was anything wrong at all with the match. Cole jumped off the apron for a Panama Sunrise and acted as if his ankle went out. The problem with the ankle is that people don't want to think a top babyface is fragile, and while it makes sense for heat to sell the ankle, it's been done too often. Also, the crowd wasn't reacting to this match. Cole used an Ushigoroshi on the ring steps and a Panama Sunrise off the steps. He went for the boom, but collapsed as his ankle went out. Garcia then used Cole's Panama Sunrise and boom, but Cole kicked out. Cole came back and finally hit the Panama Sunrise in the ring, then a second one, then hit the boom for the title win. They shook hands. Sorry, the two shook hands after.
Okay, so it's got a couple things going against it. Number one, no heat. They had a hard time getting the crowd on the same page. That was sort of the same thing. I refuse to think. I'm gonna say. It sounds like one of those where he doesn't like talk good about it. In fact, he says a couple of negative things in terms of crowd heat, but he probably ended up liking it all right.
Well, he did say it wasn't because there was anything wrong at all with the match.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll say he went 3 3/4.
Oh.
It's 4 stars?
No, it's 3 1/4.
He gave it 3 1/4?
He gave it 3 1/4.
The same as the Bandito match?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe Dave's
An
got
Adam Cole match got 3 1/4?
Maybe Dave's got some AEW fatigue going on here.
It sounds like it, doesn't it? Wow.
He gave, 3 matches 5 stars to the last show.
Jesus. Wow.
All right,
boy,
Steve.
This is tough.
Next, for the international title, Kenny Omega defeated Ricochet in Speedball. Excuse me. In almost 31 minutes.
God. So he likes length. Time length.
Well, he likes 12-inch hot dogs, too. That's been confirmed.
Which is girth.
No, it's length as well.
It is. It's length.
It's not 12 inches around, Steve. That would be girth.
I mean, those things, the 12-inch long, they're probably girthy hot dogs.
You know, I've seen a 12-inch dog that's the same girth as your standard dog, though.
Like a kickstand?
It's just longer. Yeah. Anyways, Mike Bailey couldn't have looked better in his pay-per-view debut, delivering one of the better 3-way matches in history. The crowd really picked up for this match, but they'd seen so much it started falling off at about 22 minutes in, but then twice they pulled them back with even louder reactions than before. There was far too much to cover. Bailey did this totally incredible old-school crane kick to the face like Anderson Silva. Bailey followed with a 450 double knee to Ricochet's back. Ricochet did a poison rana on Omega, but Omega came back and hit the one-winged angel on Ricochet for the pin.
Can you repeat the first sentence or the first 2 sentences?
Mike Bailey couldn't have looked better in his pay-per-view debut, delivering one of the better 3-way matches in history. The crowd really picked up for this match, but they'd seen so much it started falling off at about 22 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
But then but then twice they pulled them back with even louder reactions than before.
Oh, my God. Okay. So it's got a multiple. This is like a 5-quadrant match.
Oh, it's a roller coaster. There's ebbs and flows. Yeah.
But it's got Kenny. It's got one of the best there's been some good triple threats in history, he says.
Yeah. Well, better. That's the word he used. Better.
One of the better in history, but history is a big word. Metaphorically.
It's only 7 letters. It's not that large of a word.
It's got, but it's a girthy word contextually. It's got not just heat, but like heat dies down and they bring it back to bigger heat. Want a better, dude? I'm waffling between 2 scores.
All right.
I'm gonna go on the lower end of it and say he gave it 5 stars.
4 3/4.
Oh, come on! That's 4 3. How are you gonna say this is one of the better triple threats in history and then only give it 4 3/4?
What Dave would say is like, well, 4 3/4 is still a really good score. That's match of the year contender.
He gave like 5 matches 5 stars in the last one.
I know.
It's 31 minutes long. Like, he gives more star to lengthier of time.
He does, yeah.
Man, he did that just to screw me over. All right, what's next, dude?
How many have you gotten? 1 so far?
I got 1, dude.
Okay, let's get 2. Come on, we can do this. I believe in you.
You're loving this, and it's fucked up, man.
No, I'm not. Do I look
root for
happy?
You never look happy. That's not a thing. That just simply isn't a thing.
Oh, I'm so congested. Anyways, next. Main event, last match, last chance for you to get another one right, Steve.
Okay.
John Moxley pinned Swerve Strickland to retain the AEW title about 31 and a half minutes.
Oh, boy, this is going to be a fucking adventure.
Not a lot of editorializing here for you, sorry. They started doing chain wrestling early. They went outside the ring and Strickland bled from the right eye. Moxley used a Death Rider on the steps and stomped him into the steps. Literally have to fast forward to the end now because it's all description. Strickland threw a chair at Mox and used a swerve stomp while selling his left knee. The lights went out and the Young Bucks arrived, and it hit Strickland with a BATE trigger.
What? A BATE trigger?
Yeah, it's supposed to be BTE, but he put an A in there.
Okay.
And Moxley recovered, as did Turner, and scored the pin. So I didn't include any of the overbooked stuff because we know what happened.
Yeah. Boy, was there any editorializing in there?
Pretty much the entirety of the write-up, which preceded the star ratings, was about fan reaction to the Young Bucks return.
Okay.
Which he was saying, like, people were mad, but that was the intent, to make people mad. But it is the right kind of mad.
So I gave this 2.5 stars. I know for a fact that he went higher than that. It was a long-ass match. He didn't seem to criticize it much. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna say he went 4 stars. Yeah,
So
exactly.
close.
Fuck.
3 3/4, Steve.
Fuck. This sucked. That was the pits. That sucked.
But now I have to guess. Hey, if I
Yeah.
guess the one right that you got spoiled for, do I get your points so you get a 0?
Yeah, you get my point. Yeah.
So
What were the 2 that you thought were the possibilities?
I thought it might have been the Osprey one and the international title one, but now I'm thinking it's either national title or the main event.
Okay.
And based on your reactions,
Okay.
I felt like your reaction to the main event was more muted than it normally would be if you had been so close. It's so much on the line. So I'm saying that was the one that was spoiled for you.
You believe the main event was spoiled for me?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
That
Is
is
that
my
what you want to
final
go
answer,
with?
Steve.
You sure you want to go with that?
Yes.
One? Really? Because it was the international one. Look at that. Oscar winner performance.
Well, I
Look
said
at-
it was one of the 2.
I denied you my point. Yeah, because they always spoil the freaking Kenny Omega match.
Well, it's usually either the Kenny or the Osprey one.
Yeah, the Kenny or the exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. No, by the end I was just defeated. He gave it 3 3. Oh, boy. Almost, boy. Well, hey, you know what, man? You win some and you lose some.
The important thing is that you tried your best and you put in a good effort, and you should walk away proud because of that.
I'll be honest with you. The important thing really is that these videos usually do well and we'll make money off it. That's the real lesson to be learned.
So in the title, maybe we should put Steve fails miserably.
Yeah.
And maybe people will be like, what did Steve fail at? And then
I'll give you good. I'll do a thumbnail reaction.
see, there we go. See, this is all good stuff.
Something like that, maybe. I can't hear anything you're saying because there we go.
It's all good
now
stuff.
I can hear you. Yeah. So I'll work on that thumbnail. Anyways, yeah. So there you go, everybody. Steve fails miserably. That's the headline. Denies Larson my only point.
Yeah, gosh, maybe next time.
Maybe next time you'll rip my heart out of its chest. We'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.